what are we talking about?
Okay, so this morning I think we wanted to take a minute to kind of expand on a interview that we had with Rose and Glenn from Reset Your Journey. And we just wanted to emphasize what it meant to us to learn one of the most valuable lessons we've learned on the road. And that is the friendships that we made, the people we met.
Right. Yeah, it's just, I know that you'll hear us all talking about it a little bit more in detail, but I think this experience, especially with Rose and Glenn and with a few other families that we've met along the road, it's been phenomenal and just real, true friendships that are going to last forever. So,
we've been fortunate enough to meet a few families on the road. We also look forward to meeting and getting to know them a little bit more. And we have some people coming out to the ranch here. We're looking forward to that.
for sure. I think Chase has made some pictures as well.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
For a 13, just turned 13 this year. And as you've heard us state before, the first year on the road was a little tough on him. Leaving suburbia. Yeah, it was tough on all of us. We learned a lot.
Yeah.
But now that he's gotten to make some friends on the road and he's learned the lesson that goodbye is not a final goodbye, it's see you in another state.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
The other thing that's been really great is having our land. We've been
Oh, yeah.
able to have families down. We've been able to stay for periods of time, anywhere from a couple days to a few weeks, or sometimes even more if we get snowed in.
Fortunately, with 35 acres, you find your own space. You don't
Right.
have to be right on top of one another. As you've heard us say before, this was originally intended as a place for friends and family to come to get out of suburbia for a weekend getaway. When we decided to hit the road full time, we paid off the land with the proceeds from our house. We were fortunate to do that, and now we've turned it into more of a home base, if you will, for our travels. And it's a great place for friends and family, even our extended RV family, to come and visit and spend some time and make some memories.
So far we've had wonderful experiences with everybody who's been here. I hope that everybody who's come has had wonderful experiences as well. We're just hoping to have more of those and just we want to be able to share something that we love so much with people that we love.
Yeah.
What a beautiful sunset, huh?
Yeah, it's blinding.
Awesome.
We're rolling.
We're live?
We're live.
Are you live?
I'm alive.
I can't talk now.
Are you live?
Oh,
live
sorry.
too.
The camera's on.
It's flashing. It's flashing. Are we flashing?
I think we're
We
flashing.
need to come in a
Do
little
not
closer.
flash.
Oh, look, here I am.
People will think that's awkward.
Wait a minute.
All right.
Take a shower.
No.
That's sweet.
No.
We live full time in an RV. We don't shower.
Who
Shower.
needs a shower? Yeah. Gosh, all about dry shampoo.
Oh.
All right, so we are Reset Your Journey, and this is the Mad Nomads 2019.
They're crazy.
Because they're crazy, but we really love them.
We do.
We love you guys.
We're so fortunate to have met them. And we're here on their land, and we're just going to talk a little bit about their story. Why they did this.
Yeah, why did you do this? Because so many of you out there are thinking the same thing. You want to do this. We wanted to do this. Well, they've been doing it since what, 2019?
Yes. May of 2019.
A little over 2 years.
Yeah.
There's a reason. What's the reason?
Oh, there's
Really?
so many.
I'll let you start. We got a few.
Yeah, I think we actually bought it all started with our land that we're on right now. And we wanted to get away from the city a little bit, try and kind of decompress and unstress. And so we bought this land, and then we started coming here more and more. And then,
Well, it was first set
Go
up for
ahead.
camping.
yeah, first
And
7
we wanted a place to go camping with our friends and family that we all could come. If you've ever been to Colorado, you'll find out it's very hard to find campsites. And so we just want a place that we can go, that we can go shoot, bring our family and friends down, a place to go, guaranteed, whenever we want to go.
think the key word is guaranteed. Man, when you can't find a spot, that's not cool.
No.
And so that's how it started out. And then a couple of years later, we got a little itch to go full time for a lot of reasons there. And I think the biggest reason was probably health issues.
Health
We
and
were both having our own health issues, and kind of changed our perspective there, what our priorities were.
one day was kind of bleeding into the next because we were both pretty successful in our careers. But it was just like between the commuting and the getting home, I think we were maybe seeing each other for a half an hour a day and a little bit on the weekends because everything got so busy then. It's just like, where's our plan? What are we doing here? And so this was definitely a guaranteed way to get to spend time together.
Closer, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, for those of you out there that wonder, do you get more time with your family? Oh, you bet you do.
Mhm.
What a difference.
Yeah.
And there's no escaping, like if someone's having a bad day, or you know, you really have to talk with your emotions and learn how to navigate each other.
Yeah, there's definitely some growing pains there.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I think we've navigated that pretty well.
Yeah.
Not to say we don't have our issues, but
Right.
we're a healthy couple.
Yes.
Good.
And I
Issues
think
become smaller
they do.
and different.
You do.
And not as detrimental because all of the other outside factors and stress are not. Yeah,
I feel like
Exactly.
those are artificial.
they are. They're
Like we
completely
create
self-made.
those stresses.
Right.
Can the camera pick up all these bugs? Because I'm seeing a tremendous amount of bugs here.
It's okay.
Don't do this.
Part of it.
Yes.
Colorado. Great. Hell yeah.
So wonderful.
Anyways.
So you guys are now healthier because you went full time.
Mhm.
You sold that sticks and bricks. You sold those artificial needs in life that we
Right.
don't really need. Because I'm
Right.
experiencing that now. That I don't miss any of that stuff.
No.
Okay, I miss a TV.
Yeah.
I like to sit back and watch a good movie every once in a while. That's the one thing I miss, but I could have that in a rig and we don't.
Right.
I miss a full-size washer.
Oh, right on. That's what I
This is a good discussion. What do
Yes.
we miss about those things?
Yeah.
There aren't many things, but
There
washer
aren't
and dryer,
that many.
yes.
No. It'd just be nice to not have to, like for us, to have to always find a laundromat.
Wow.
Find a decent one.
It's the
Mhm.
most tenacious
Yeah.
bug I've ever met. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, so
Yeah.
not having to look for a long time. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
But we make it work. So
Yes,
it's not
it
a
does.
deal breaker, but
No.
it'd just be nice.
Other than that, like I don't even mind washing dishes. Like that's not that big of a deal because I feel like honestly, I spend as much time cleaning the dishes before I put them into the dishwasher as I do now just washing them.
Right. Because we all just hand wash.
Mm-hmm.
I was hand washed anyway.
Yeah, you do.
So nothing's changed.
Nothing's changed.
Nothing's changed.
No.
I think the whole part of living simply, which has become our motto, is a little bit of a learning curve. But when your priorities are such that ours are, it becomes simple. So we've learned how to do it. It's not putting up with a little water. It's not putting up with the laundry. We did that for the first year.
Yeah.
We found a way to make that a little bit better. Just you learn as you go, and it's become a reality for us. So getting along pretty good.
But aren't you happier living small?
It's
Yeah.
Me too.
a lot less to worry
Yeah.
about.
I love
I think
that.
that's a profound statement.
And you can wake up in the morning, and so I'm remote working right now. I can wake up and have a view that most CEOs would pay for, and be able to come home and go on walks in nature, and not have 50 bajillion people all around me. It's just it's nice. Yeah.
That is nice.
Yeah.
And I don't think you'll ever take that for granted.
No, definitely not. I think after being in a cube for so long,
You never take that
this is a
for
whole new
granted.
ballgame. Yeah. Yep. And I think also where we felt, I think when we really felt the freedom of what we were doing is when the pandemic hit. And we were here during the pandemic. And we were able to have friends and family here that were stuck in their house all the time. And everybody could just be outside. And everything. It was amazing. I think what you will of this, but I think we probably saw more people during the pandemic
Oh,
than
yeah.
we had in
Yeah.
years.
Yeah. That's true.
So
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I think that's it's a nice reality check.
Well, in this lifestyle, we can do what we want, when we do it.
That's true. I think, you know, I thought I didn't work much when I was at Paradigm, but now I realize how much I was really working.
Yeah.
Even when I was off, I was still working.
Right.
And you say you can do what you want when you want, but you can't. Not under those
When you
circumstances.
know.
But here, and what we're doing, it's like, wow, I'm really going to get some work done at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'm going to be done by 7. The
Right.
rest of the day is whatever.
Whatever you want it to be.
Yeah.
What are we
So
gonna
what
do?
were yeah,
Exactly.
exactly. So what were your whys?
Lots of ways.
Mhm.
Loved business, but I was tied to it. I wanted to spend more time with the family. I wanted to travel, and I wanted to see what I had seen as a youth. My parents sent me all over the country and all over the world. I wanted to show that to the boys, and I knew that I'd never be able to do that if I was stuck at Paradigm. Not
Fair.
being, I don't like to say that being stuck there because I did like it there. Most people are not gifted enough. When I say gifted, they're not blessed enough to have a business or a job they love. And I loved what I did, but I still wanted to get out there. That's a legitimately strong motivator to do something like this. And I also feel like maybe me and I think Rose too, we always choose a path that's different than the majority. I always picked a path that was more difficult. I always picked a path that required more work, but I always felt like the path I chose was potentially more rewarding than what the general population was after. And I felt like, you know what, it's time for a new chapter. I feel like I don't want to say bored, but I needed a challenge. I needed a new path that was going to make me grow. Because I felt like I wasn't growing anymore.
Right. I felt like we had our dream house. We made it. We had a successful business. And that's what you're supposed to do. And we had it. But yet we still felt.
I wasn't challenged anymore.
Yeah.
I was kind of
something
bored.
missing, and yes, he wasn't home very much, so that was not so fun. But when the pandemic hit, we were home all the time, and you're like, wow, I'm really missing a lot.
I didn't realize how much I was missing.
Yeah.
So kind of opened his eyes and her eyes all. We've always wanted to travel in an RV and see the country and show the boys everything, more than just our bubble.
Oh, the bubble's just too small because there's so much good and there's so much beauty out here. Wish we could turn the cameras around right now. You can see the mountain range we're looking at.
We will.
We'll rotate these things
Yeah.
around, so just stay on this channel.
Yeah.
Well, I think too, you actually get to see, regardless of which side of the fence you're on, doing this, you get to see the real world. Like what's really happening in the
Really
world and
going
what
on.
Not the
Not
media.
the
Not the
media.
media.
Yes.
Exactly.
what the
Yes.
media is telling you and what's actually real are completely different things.
I didn't experience anything like the media was demonstrating.
No.
As soon as we left, the world for us changed. I never watched news as it was. I
Yeah.
never paid attention to any of these things because, you kind of know how these things are made. You know why they're made, and once we got out there, I'm like, well, that's confirmation that I'm glad I didn't watch anything.
Yeah.
That the world is just ticking along just fine.
Right.
Yeah.
It was easy for us to socially distance and all that stuff. Get out
Kind
there
of
and
what
do
we're
our
doing.
thing.
I realize that we're all sitting in a very small space
Yeah,
right
right
now.
now.
But generally speaking, I mean, even when you're at a campground, you're pretty good ways away from other people.
When you're boondocking, you're a lot further away from everyone.
Yes,
Just want to
sure.
throw that out there
Yeah.
for those of you on the boondock.
Speaking
That's
of which,
all
you should
we're
see
about.
a video about boondocking.
It may start out scary, but it turns out to be the best thing you ever did. It's like you went to the haunted house and you turned out you bought the haunted house.
You're not
Once you get a
turning
little
back.
taste of it,
Yeah,
You don't
don't
go
go
back.
You don't go back. Yeah, so
Yeah.
we wanted more out of life, and we definitely wanted to downsize. You don't necessarily need to buy an RV and travel and do that to live a little more simply, but something we wanted to do. And
Yeah.
we already homeschooled boys, so that was easy. And
It's about control. I think this is another point. I feel like I was raised, I don't know if I was raised by my parents to think the American dream, but I was raised by society to think the American dream was to buy the big house and have the good income, you know, take the 4 weeks of vacation. When I think the American dream, if any of you have realized it, is to be completely debt free and have some money in the bank and be in that position where something comes up, you pay for it. You want to do something, you go. You're not tied to that debt.
Your stuff doesn't own you.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, did you guys realize how little your stuff was worth when you tried to sell it?
Gosh.
Oh my
You mean
All
like
of these
giving it
things-
away?
All these
Okay,
things you thought were
go.
treasures.
Just take it.
Like you thought all of this was treasures, and you're gonna make so much money selling it all, and people would nickel and dime you. I swear, I started giving stuff away.
Yeah.
Here, take it.
Just
Please,
take it.
just take it, because I don't know what to do with it. But
Yes.
really, everybody out there who thinks their stuff is very valuable,
If you ever want to get
it's
humble,
not.
try to sell it.
Yeah,
Right?
Go for it.
all the things you thought were fabulous.
Your
then
mindset will change.
Yeah,
And that is
exactly.
part of the
That's perfect.
That's
the
growth.
mindset that
Yeah.
you're learning. Yeah, did we talk about one of the biggest things that we learned that we didn't expect as far as the friendships? That meeting other people, and how well you can connect with people,
Right.
and how quickly you can connect with people that are like-minded.
Yeah,
That's true.
It's amazing.
Oh, it is.
You can sit down and through dinner and feel like we've been friends for years.
That is true.
We never had that.
Bet you that happens. That has not happened with most of the new neighbors you moved next to.
right.
No.
Oh, right.
It takes years.
It took
to
a
develop.
year before you finally introduced yourself. Sometimes,
Yeah.
right?
And
And
then
they-
it's just like a
Yeah,
wave.
exactly.
Yeah.
And they always say, you know, our age group is the hardest to make friends because you're so busy with life and everything else. And I would say since we started on this, we've made more long-term friends than I probably have since I was little.
Agreed.
Agree.
Agreed.
And true friends that you know would be there if things got rough.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
something broke or you were somewhere.
Now
People
what do
would
we
be
get to
there.
say? See you in another state.
Yeah, see you in
See you
another
in another
state.
state.
As they take off with no helmet.